Welcome back to ILTA TV. I'm Michael Foster here with Travis. How are you doing?
Hey, pretty good.
I'm glad to hear it. So, what's new?
Ooh, what's new? Big question.
Yeah, always.
Well, being in startup land, which is where we've been the past few years, there's a lot changing, and 1 year, a lot can happen, and that's certainly been the case with us. Let's see. To start with, we had a huge funding round, so we raised a large round of investment, which was great for us. I think it was in the realms of about $25 million. So that's enabling us to do a whole bunch of exciting things. The company itself is now, I think, over 150 people. I think last time we spoke, we might have been a third of that. So company's growing fast. Customer list is just going better and better. We're working with pretty much most major firms in most major markets now: US, Canada, UK, Europe, Australia, even out in Asia. So I can't really complain. It's been a roller coaster, but a really enjoyable one.
It sounds absolutely incredible, and all that in 1 year.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So, what's Jigsaw working on now?
Okay, so that's something I didn't even mention. So really, the crux of the funding is to enable us to create more exciting, more engaging products, or enhance the products that we already have. And one of the things we've been getting a lot of, I guess, great feedback on, particularly at this show, we've kind of launched it here at ILTA, which I know is always exciting for people coming here looking for something new. It does use AI, of course. I have to say AI. I'm in a tech company.
Popular topic.
That's right. But I'd like to think that we're on a little bit more of a, slight niche to AI. It's around utilizing computer vision. And I also would like to think that we are trying to focus on practical use of AI. It's quite clear and apparent what we do and how it can help. And so one of those products at the moment, which is pretty exciting, is the idea that you can use an iPad or your phone or any kind of touch screen. And what a lot of partners or lawyers and law firms are doing at the moment is we are a diagramming solution, but they are often sketching these things by hand, either sketching onto a piece of paper or they're sketching straight onto a digital product like an iPad. So with Jigsaw, you can now do that using your finger, a stylus. You can just sketch something out, the base of the structure or the diagram, whatever it is you're working on for your deal, and it automatically converts into a digital version, which you can then brand, you can share, you can treat it as a typical Jigsaw diagram.
Incredible. Sounds like a real time saver.
A real time saver. It's the kind of thing that you hear partners are like, I'm on the train, I just want to sketch something out quickly because it's easy for me to do, and then I'll pass it on to somebody else to turn that into a real thing. Now they can just sketch it out and they've got it for themselves. So huge time saver. It enables them to quickly iterate as well. When they get it back and they look at it and they start playing with it, they maybe share with clients, they get feedback, they can make those changes easily as well. They're not having to involve multiple people to help them create what should be quite a simple process of creating a nice visual diagram for everybody to understand what's going on.
Sounds revolutionary. So this is already launched?
I like that, revolutionary.
Oh, we try.
Yeah. Yes, we've just launched it. We have kind of an early adopter, early access list of people, so kind of a bit of a waiting list actually, of people who we're going to give it to first over the next couple of months to try it out, play with it, give us feedback, make sure that they love what they see. As with a lot of AI, we're training it continually. It's improving day by day. And the way the technology's enhancing at the moment, or advancing, sorry, at the moment, we've seen that rate of progress. It's been very impressive. So in a few months' time, we should have that out to some customers and have it out in the real world, being used by busy lawyers.
At Jigsaw, are you working on any other AI technologies right now?
Actually, yes. So the one we've showcased is around the iPad touchscreen that I mentioned. But actually, even going a step further for some of the more old school lawyers, which are typically the ones hardest to win round, often also the most influential and sometimes the most valuable at a firm, they're even sketching things by hand on a piece of paper on the back of a napkin sometimes. That's how a lot of them work, and they just pass it off to someone else again. So now we've been working on this for 4 years actually. So this was before we even launched our first product. We were working on a product to essentially take a photo of that hand drawing and convert that into a digital version. We're finally, I mean, now the advancement again in the technology that's available, we've finally got to a point where we think we can start to release that into the wild. And people are I mean, there are certain partners who just refuse to do anything but the way they do things now. And it's going to win over those let's see, the more of the old school mindset. And that's rarely done with technology nowadays. So we're really excited about that. And then I guess tying into what people are very used to nowadays with generative AI, using these large language models, you can actually just type in or even copy and paste an email that you've received explaining what you're working on. You can just paste that into Jigsaw now, and it will automatically understand the language that's there, try and interpret what it understands to be the structure, and at least get you a first draft diagram of what it is you're going to be working on. I mean, the thing we've been playing around with, the whole team are really excited about, actually. Not sure if it's as practically useful, but we've got it linked into ChatGPT and Google, where you can just say, hey, go out there and find me the organizational chart for Apple. And it goes out into the internet, searches for what it can find, and comes back and gives you a first draft diagram. It's all editable. You can start working on it as it's a normal Jigsaw diagram. You can type in, give me the process flow for how to create a coffee. And it comes up, search on the internet, comes up and says, first of all, you wake up. Secondly, you turn the kettle on. Thirdly, you get your ground coffee and pour it into the... It's quite funny and remarkable what it comes up with. We don't even know. So that's always quite interesting. You can ask it all kinds of crazy questions and see what visuals it will produce for you. So that's kind of on the fun side. If you're, you're not busy on a Saturday night, then Jigsaw's here to save the day for that as well.
With such explosive growth over the course of a single year, where are you looking to go over the course of the next year?
That's a great question. I think our first port of call is probably trying to halt the growth so that we can focus on, one, the new products that we're releasing, two, enhancing the products that we have existing, and then three, go back out to our client base. I think we're like around 200 clients now, so that's quite large. It's quite a big customer base for us in the 3 years we've been around, or the 3 years we've released a product, and actually go out and make sure that they are getting the use of our product that they would expect. We have a really nice, loyal customer base. We do our very best to support them. That's a huge focus for us. We have a massive team that are focused on adoption and support, so making sure that they're paying us money every single year. We want to make sure the products they have are being used and helping with training, queries, questions, providing as much support material as possible. I think that's sometimes overlooked by companies who are just looking for growth at all costs. For us, there's no point in continuing to grow if you start to neglect the original customers and they're not necessarily as happy as they could be. So part of it is taking a breath, taking a step back and focusing on those guys. And we've built out a huge team now to focus on that adoption, that support. I will just quickly add that I think at the moment our average time to respond to any support query by a real person is, I think, 6 minutes, which is not really that commonplace.
No, 6 minutes is incredible.
Yeah, so we're quite proud of that.
As you should be.
Let's see if we can keep it up there now. We've advertised it. We're probably going to get tons of queries, and yeah, I might shot myself in the foot there.
Oh, no, it'll be just fine. As a clearly client-focused company, what do you hear customers say about you?
Let's see. I mean, of course, we're hearing a lot of good things, particularly at ILTA this year. The impression that people form when they first try out some of our new, I guess we will call it our AI products, I think they've looked around at a lot of different functionality, a lot of different ideas around how AI can help lawyers. And the thing that struck, I think, a lot of people is how obvious this one is. You can see it. It's a visual tool, and you can see the benefits immediately. You don't need a complicated explanation. You don't need to search for a use case. It's there, and the people who are actually coming to look for products on behalf of the lawyers can understand it just as easy as a lawyer would understand it. Put your finger on this, squiggle around, boom, it's created the diagram for you. So I think that's one of the key things that we've noticed this year is just how obvious this is solving a problem, how easy it is going to be for everybody to understand. So we've had a lot of excitement around that. I think one of the general themes we hear a lot is around the ease of use of the product. So it's quite intuitive. I mean, I used to be a lawyer a long time ago. My business partner, Stephen, used to be a lawyer. We hire lots of lawyers or people with legal backgrounds. So we like to think we have an understanding of how they do things. I mean, everyone's different, but generally speaking, I think we've designed the products really nicely to tie in with the existing, I guess we call them workflows nowadays, the existing workflow. A lot of lawyers, we kind of get that, and I think the products themselves lend themselves to what lawyers are really, what they're already doing. We don't want to change too much of that. It's very difficult. It's not pleasant really for a lawyer to be told they have to change everything they're doing now in order to slightly improve. They want to be told, hey, if you can just tweak this a little bit, you can have huge, huge improvements. That's the way to kind of win them round. And we've heard from a lot of our customers, that's exactly what's happening. And the adoption levels, I mean, some clients have said they've never seen a product adopted as well as Jigsaw, a lawyer-focused product anyway, in all the time they've been at the firm. And I've heard that multiple times from a number of top firms. I think our support, again, I mean, I've already plugged it, but actually a lot of our customers, I hope, would back me up. I mean, we've heard it from them, the testimonials. We get people, CIOs randomly reaching out just saying, hey, I don't normally do this, but I just wanted to give a shout out to so-and-so, one of the team members, because they've gone above and beyond and really helped us solve an issue in a timely fashion. Or a partner says, I contacted your team, I needed a deal closed tonight, I had an hour to get through it, they jumped on a call, showed me how to get through the issue, even helped me create a diagram because I'd never used Jigsaw before. So they basically trained them up, even helped them and helped create that diagram for them. So where we can, we really do try and help out. So those are some of the things that I've been hearing. Let me know if you hear any different though.
Oh, I'll keep you posted. But between the tools and the client service, it sounds absolutely invaluable. So if somebody's interested in reaching out, where can they find you?
Well, they can go to our website, and you can always fill in one of our little forms, which I find a bit fiddly to have to fill in a form when you want to get in contact with someone. Reach out to me directly on LinkedIn, or I think our telephone number, email addresses, we have an info@jigsawcreate.com if you just want to get some information or speak to somebody. But yeah, I'm more than happy to help. I try and stay in the weeds. I mean, I love being here at ILTA. I spend the whole time here. I don't just dip in and out, and I'm in client meetings and meeting people out and about the entire time. So I love being connected with the people who are out there either experiencing problems with what their current process is, or existing clients who are really happy with how Jigsaw is working, or even those who have suggestions, things they'd like to see improved, or products or feature sets they'd like to see added on. If you want to get in touch with me directly, please do. So I guess that's a shortcut if you want things done quickly as well.
Perfect. So you heard it here first. Reach out directly. We'll see if that 6-minute timer holds up, right?
Oh, geez, yeah. Let's see.
Travis, thank you so much. We're glad to have you here at ILTACON.
Absolute pleasure again. So thank you so much for having us.